Konnichiwa everyone, it's Dan from JaDan.co.uk and today I'm talking about piercings and tattoos. Cheers for finding my video everyone, I appreciate that. If they're new around here, do me a favour, smash that subscribe button for more fun, interesting and useful videos about life in Japan. Before we get going today's question, do you have any piercings and tattoos? I don't know, comment section below, let a bro know, I look forward to hearing from you. So today's video is all about a topic that people ask me about all the time, and that's probably because I've got piercings in my face and I've got tattoos. But today's video is all about piercings and tattoos in Japan and what it actually means and why is it weird. So Japan's got a bit of a different attitude to tattoos and piercings than we have in West. They're not as normalised as they are back home, and there's a few reasons for that. One of the big reasons Japan's got a problem with tattoos is a group of lads called Yakuza. So them guys are mad for a tattoo. They're usually covered in them and they become synonymous with criminal underworld here. So like, even if your tattoos are known to do it Yakuza, people might see your tattoos and be like, hey, maybe Lado's ain't Yakuza here. Maybe not me, but you know, Japanese people. So Japanese people have got a thing about tattoos. Like, I read somewhere that Yakuza used to use them to identify each other when they went to a bathhouse so they could talk and that. So something to do with that. Additionally, Japan is a bit of a collectivist society. What's that phrase that they use here? Like, the nail that sticks out is the one that gets hammered down hardest or something. So basically people try and not stand out so much in Japan. They try and like fit the norm. And if you've got piercings and tattoos, you're marking yourself as a bit of an outsider, which can't be that easy when society tries to be all the same. So, but to be honest, with young guns, especially in big cities, things are changing. There's more tattoo parlors nowadays. There's lots of people with piercings and stretches and stuff like that, and tattoos are becoming a more fashionable thing like they are in West. But Japan is always on the slow end of the spectrum for changing, especially like cultural things and society things. So it is changing, especially with young lot, but it's going to take a while. So that's all well and good, but for your lot who are sat at home thinking about travelling to Japan, what does this mean for you if you've got tattoos and piercings? Well, being a gaijin, you're going to get a bit of leeway anyway. They're not going to treat you exactly the same as they would if you're Japanese, if your tattoos and that, and your piercings are showing. Piercings are much less of a big deal in Japan than tattoos. Tattoos can be a big thing, and there's certain things you might have trouble doing, like going to a gym. If for some reason you wanted to go into a gym while you were travelling, I don't know why you'd do that, but somebody might want to. Onsens and public baths, you're probably going to have trouble with unless you find a gaijin friendly one that don't mind tattoos. Ryokans and some hotels will be like, nah brother, not today. And also some nightclubs and things like that won't let people with tattoos in. So maybe there'll be some things that you can't do in Japan. Maybe if you've only got one tattoo or something, you can cover it up with a bandage or something to do them things. But if you're covered in them, maybe you're going to have a bit of trouble doing that. Like I said, piercings are much lesser a big deal. People might look at you a bit weird, but you shouldn't have any problems with piercings and stuff. It should be fine. And nowadays there are more and more places that are Western tattoo friendly, especially at World Cup and Olympics coming up. People are sort of relaxing their views for Westerners with tattoos, and so probably you can find more places now that will accept it than you could, you know, 5-10 years ago or something like that. So travelling in Japan with tattoos is one thing, but it's a whole different kettle of fish if you decide you want to come here to work, especially if you want to teach. Can you work and teach in Japan with piercings and tattoos? Short answer is no. Especially in a customer facing role, you're going to really struggle. So you'll find that A, you need to cover your tattoos at all times in any customer facing role. So if your hands and stuff and your neck are covered in it, you're really going to struggle. Like for me, I can cover my tattoos really easily. I just wear a long sleeve shirt. I can't wear short sleeve shirts, and I can't wear shorts, but I never wear shorts to work anyway. Like, I wish I could, but I can't, so it is what it is. I don't know, like, I keep mine covered up most of the time, even in public these days. In summer I don't mind so much, but generally I'll not flash them about if I can. Piercings, I'll just take them out for work. They're relatively easy, just pop them out and put them in my pocket. When my shift's finished, bang them back in, no problem. Don't wear them anywhere near school. I don't let kids know I've got piercings. If they ask me, I'll say I ain't got any piercings, even though they can see holes in my face, but they know what's up and I know what's up. But I'm in a customer facing, well, student facing teaching role. It's very different for me. So now I'm going to bring Eddie-chan on because she works in a non-customer facing role and she's got piercings and tattoos. So she's got a different opinion to me. So it'd be interesting to see what she says. So Eddie-chan, what are your experiences in Japan like with piercings and tattoos? Like, what's going on?
Well, I speak Portuguese.
Boom!
Boom. And for me it's a little different because I have this beautiful Japanese face. So
people treat you a bit Japanese, right?
Yeah, but when I speak the first word, they say, "Oh, foreigner." It's a little. I'd be more scared before come to Japan. Like my agency take pics for all my body because I have the back, the legs covered in tattoos. So they say maybe you can't go to Japan because you have a lot of tattoos. But when I arrive here, it's not so bad. Like in my second work, they don't care at all.
Oh, they were just cool with it?
Yeah, I can work with my arms and they don't care. And my actual job, before they show me tattoos, they ask me for cover all the time because have old peoples in my factory and they be like not so comfortable about.
So what do old people generally think about tattoos in Japan? Like, because you encounter quite a lot of older people, right?
Yeah, it's different because have some old people who look at me like mad and have some people who come to, oh, I can touch, oh, so good. So it's different, but never aggressive.
No, they're always like quite silently judgmental.
Yeah.
Or like quite openly cool about it. Like when you were in the hospital last year, the nurses loved your tattoos. They wanted to touch them and stuff. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, they are super kind with me. Like.
What about Felipe? Like he's got a lot of like neck tattoos, right?
My best friend here in Japan, he is Brazilian, and he have a neck covered in tattoos.
And his hands too.
And big, how I say
stretches,
that? Yeah. And once we are in Namba. Namba is a big neighborhood here.
Yeah, it's like the cool area, right?
Yeah. And we are going to the nightclub in the Quail. Quail. The staff guy come and say, oh, if we can't cover the tattoos, we can go inside, and be like, we don't wanna go inside. But I don't
want to go in a nightclub.
But I think it's the only time I can't go inside one place because the tattoos. Of course, like have some places I know I can't go at all, but I'd be surprised because Namba is a big neighborhood here.
If anywhere in Japan was going to be cool with it, I would have thought Namba would have been cool with it. But yeah, I can see why they don't do that. What about piercings? Like, you have a lot of piercings too. What do you have any problems with piercings in Japan?
Before I come to Japan, I take everything out because the agency asked me for do that. Now I back to use my nose piercing and my tongue piercing.
So it's not bad, right?
It's not bad, it's not bad.
But you've got ear stretchers too, right? You don't really use them anymore, but they're quite stretched.
Yeah, but Japanese women have a lot of piercings.
Yeah, you can generally wear your hair over
that's
them.
Not. And now have a lot of color hairs.
Yeah, I mean, like when I first met you, you got bright purple hair, so that seems to not be that big a deal either.
When I change work, I change my hair for a normal color for a while.
Just till they get used to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm back again.
Fair enough. Well, thank you very much. That's good.
You are welcome.
Right, cheers. See ya. Bye. So yeah, Eddie-chan's got slightly different experiences based around piercings and tattoos than I have, but overall they're very similar kind of thing, just some slightly different rules, and Eddie-chan's got a lot more tattoos than me, so it kind of is a little different for her. But she did mention about hair and hair colours and stuff like that. So another thing I often get asked, especially being a beardy bloke myself, is what about beards and what about hair colours and crazy hairstyles in Japan? And basically, let's talk about beards. You can have, but you can't grow a beard. So they don't like this stubble when it's growing in a customer facing thing. So like, if you have a holiday and you like grow a beard and you come with a full beard, they're cool with that. You must keep it like kind of short and trimmed and not scruffy, but they're cool with it. If you don't have a beard and try and grow one while you're working, they'll tell you, nah, shave it. So if you want a beard, grow it before you come, or grow it on your time off. That's the best thing to do. In teaching, only natural hair colours are allowed. You're not allowed like blues or greens or pinks or purples or something like that. But it doesn't have to be your natural hair colour. Like, I could dye my hair blonde or black or something if I wanted to, because even though it's not my natural hair colour, it's a natural hair colour, so you can do that. In terms of like men, short hair is kind of a thing. When I did grow my hair a bit, it got to about here, and they were like, nah, you need to cut that. So not below collar basically is for men. I think it depends on your job and stuff like that, but generally like that. For women, once it gets past collar, they'll generally ask you to tie it up, things like that, and no crazy hairstyles. Like, I had a bit of long hair and shaved up to the sides, and they weren't right keen on that. And before I come to Japan, I had to kind of shave my dreadlocks off because I couldn't fly with that in Japan, so it were a bit weird. But generally, they're quite conservative. They want you to kind of fit in as much as you can. As much as you don't want to, you might have to do a bit of that, so I don't know. So there you have it, some thoughts about tattoos and piercings in Japan. Overall, the internet makes it out to be a bigger deal than it is, especially if you're travelling. If you can cover them up and you don't mind old people either hating you or wanting to touch you, you should be alright. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's plenty more where that came from, so do me a favour, smash that subscribe button. While you're at it, bang a thumbs up on this video, because that's what cool kids do. Also, big up the hashtag JaDan fam over on Patreon, patreon.com/JaDan. You guys are awesome, but as always, until next time, Jamata.